Hello, this is Howard, the Teaser King, coming to you with talking about the lock of the year and locks in general. Last week's lock of the year won easily. Denver laying 5 over Oakland, and Arizona laying 1 against the Rams. You with the strong teams that needed to win. The best part about Denver now is, first of all, I knew they'd be pissed after losing to New England, getting blown out. And they played Oakland, a team that's very weak, that they could handle, and that the history of the two was that Denver normally blows them out. So you had a good matchup there. And then you had Arizona and the Rams, which Arizona was usually good against the Rams, and Arizona is very strong against the spread, 22-3 in the last 25 in a teaser. Plus they're very strong at home. They did lose Carson Palmer late in the game, but Stanton threw the interception, then we got the pick 6, and turned it into a rout. So overall, very successful lock of the year. Why is it a lock of the year versus a regular lock? It's just much more confidence in these games. There's no way Denver wasn't blowing out Oakland. There was no way Arizona wasn't going to win at home. So the confidence level, it's all gambling's about confidence levels. The stronger the trends, the stronger the confidence level, the bigger the play. When I saw that, it was all instinct. I'd seen it before several times. I'd seen it in the 70s when the Steelers would lose, they'd bounce back in Montana, and it just keeps coming around. When the good teams lose, they get mad, and when they get blown out, they get pissed. And when they get pissed, they win. That's just the nature of the beast. So I was very successful, I was very happy, made people a lot of money, and that's what I'm here for. I was happier for them than I was for me. I wanted to bet, but I was happy. I knew my customers bet a lot and won, so that's the most important thing to me. This week, so normally locks, you're looking for several. I'm looking for trend analysis, but I'm looking for injuries. I might bet against injuries. I'm looking for a team that needs the game. I mean, last Christmas I locked 5 or 6 locks, and it was simple because Seattle had to win for home field. New England had to win for home field. Denver had to win. I mean, it was a joke. I mean, when you get all that, they have to win, and they're playing an easier team, they're going to win. They have that motivation. And that's what I start looking at now is home field advantage. Who needs the game for the playoffs? And so the locks get a lot easier this time of the year for that reason. Denver had to win. They'd just gotten blown out by New England. And now New England's the #1 seed in the AFC. Denver has to win. So does New England. It's beautiful because you got the best teams needing to win for #1 seed. New England does not want to go to Denver for the championship game. That's not going to happen. They don't want that. Same thing with Denver. They don't want to go to New England, so they're going to win. I mean, just that home field in the playoffs. So that's what you're looking for. And as we get down, there's teams that have to win to keep going. You got to be careful with the injuries. We might bet against injuries. There's enough of them, and it seems to be in college when the quarterback gets injured, like Texas A&M. Why did I play Auburn? Well, A&M's quarterback couldn't handle Louisiana Monroe, and he's going to score 41 against that. So this is the problem in college: the unknown, the quarterback who's started once. Oh, he's going to put up big numbers. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, but it's too much unknown, and that's really the problem in college. With all these early graduations, it's becoming more and more difficult to predict because there's too many guys you don't know, and they step up and have big games, and you're like, well, why wasn't he playing the whole year? So you got to be careful with the injuries there, and you just try to feel your way through the college. It's very, very difficult. It's not. I find the pros a little bit easier at this stage of the game. It's much more known, and you know what you're going to get. This weekend, New England's a dog, Seattle's a dog. When's the last time that happened? So, I mean, there's a lot out there that should be good. But anyway, I was just happy the lock of the year did get the win and made a lot of money. And I might have another lock of the year. If I find it, I will. Excuse me. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, and when I get those real strong trends, that's what I got. Keep in mind when you look at the bets on the site that I make, I'm trying to give you strength. So if I say 300, it's kind of an average play. If it's 500, it's a little bit more. 700 is stronger. 900. I mean, I'm not necessarily telling you to bet 900 as much as I'm telling you bet stronger than you would at 300. Whatever your unit is. So if you're a $50 player or a $1,000 player, you should play it according to the strength that I'm trying to give you. So I'll either play 3s, 5s, 7s, or 9s, and I like the odd numbers. And then, as you saw, the lock of the year was for 5,000. So I'm telling you, bet the moon on it, bet your bankroll on that. So that's what I'm trying to tell you on the picks, not necessarily to bet the exact dollar amount. Also, when I put teams in 3 or 4 teasers, you don't have to do that. I'm trying to take advantage. A lot of the times I'm watching the games, and I'll have a night game that I like, and I'm watching the way the day goes. And if the day's going good, I'm going to play that night game. That's why I add picks during the day. I have so many picks that I can choose from, and I try to weed out the losers. And then if I see a real strong one, I will try to put it in 2 or 3 teasers. You don't have to, and the more teasers I put it in, the stronger the team is. But you play it any way you want, but I am giving you the game. So if you like, if you like a certain team, let's say you like New England this week, and I put them in 3 teasers, bet New England. You don't have to put them in 3 teasers, but bet them. Also try to trap. If you see a team laying 2 or a team laying 8, those are good games to trap. You cut 8 to 2, and you lay the 2, but then you can take 8 on the other hand. But the only way to trap, you must bet the first part of the teaser must win. Now you have the second part of the teaser, and that's how you trap. And you trap as much as you want or as little as you want. What was I saying? There was one other thought I had. I can't think of it. I just had it. Oh, about bankroll. What you try to do is build your bankroll. And like last week, I know there was a lot of college action, but you've got to save at least 50% of your bankroll. When I throw out a lock of the year, as much as I threw it out for, you got to make sure you have enough money to bet that lock of the year. That should be your first priority. Bet it $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever your maximum play is. That's got to go on that lock of the year first. Then, so let's say you have a $10,000 bankroll. You got $5,000 on the lock of the year. You might have $2,000 or $3,000 in action on Saturday, trying to build it, and then maybe bet $7,000 on the lock of the year. That's how you should do it. Don't bet $7,000 in college and only leave yourself $3,000 for the lock of the year when you want to bet as much as you can on the lock of the year. So it's almost like you rank it. That's my number one play. That's my number one dollar. And then these other picks are a little smaller, and you bet smaller amounts on it to save your money. But the key was, let's win the lock of the year. That's the key. And then I showed you so much more bet on that one than any other game. So that's how you want to kind of play it, is play that, the biggest bet, the most, especially if I'm saying lock of the year, because I don't say it often. If I get another one, I'll definitely put it out as lock of the year. But you can see the way I bet it on the site. Normally it's about 800. The lock could be anywhere from 700 to 1,000, but if I start putting a $2,000 lock out there, that's pretty strong. You should look at it. And also, for a lock of the year or a strong lock, and you got to, let's say it's New England and Denver, and then you like Colorado State in college. So you might want to put Colorado State with Denver or New England. So some of your college games you can put with the lock of the year. I mean, that's fine. That's probably what you want to do, and not chase so much college. I don't know. It's very confusing and difficult sometimes. Since I've been doing it my whole life, I kind of have a real good feel of when to pound it and when not to, or put them in 2 or 3 teasers. It's been frustrating with some of the college this year, where I'm thinking Auburn's going to blow out A&M and then they lose, and you're like, really? How did that happen? Again, it's all matchups. Auburn's got a weak secondary, and I didn't think A&M, the guy's making his second start, and he couldn't do anything on Louisiana Monroe, and he's going to light up, Auburn. I mean, okay. I mean, it's just, that's college. In the pros, it's a little easier because I knew Derek Carr wasn't lighting up Denver, and I knew the St. Louis quarterback was not going to light up the Cardinals. I was betting the Cardinal defense as much as anything. So that's what I'm looking for, but just try to be careful. Try to save your money. Try not to bet the whole bankroll. Try to build the bankroll. I know there's so many variables in betting football and teasers and everything else. Sometimes I'll bet multiple teasers. Let's say I like North Carolina and Cincinnati, and North Carolina loses, and then I go, oh, I still like Cincinnati, and then I put Cincinnati in another teaser. You'll see me do that during the day also. If one of my teams loses, but I really like the second team, obviously, I wouldn't have put them in the teaser. If I really like, I will play that second team again and try to get them with, maybe a Sunday game if it's on Saturday. So I will bet the later games because I still like the game, and I lost the first half. So that happens also. So if you win the first half, you can trap the second half or just play it. If you lose the first half, you can still bet the second team if you really liked it in another teaser. That's all up to you. But that's kind of what I've been doing, and I've been pretty successful with it over the years. So keep that in mind. All my strategies I show you on my site when I pick, or you see the results after you see, well, you put this team in 3 teasers. That's what I've been doing and very successful with. Normally when I have that team, it wins, and you make a lot of money, and that's kind of what has been my success over the years. Alright, well, let's get on to this week. I'll do my pro and college videos now. Have a great weekend. Thank you for getting the lock of the year. It was tremendously successful, and I'm very happy. I made all the customers a lot of money. Alright, have a great weekend. Good luck. I'll talk to you soon.